I have to say, you know, time is probably the best healer. And you know, in the first year or so, especially, you know, not just dealing with the loss of your brother or your father or your son, you know, there's a lot of decisions and things that have to be made while you're still grieving. And you know, it might seem as though, you know, the music and stuff is a great medicine, and I think it is, but it's not exactly easy to listen to or these kind of things when you're in that state. The idea of putting his two daughters in charge of the album artwork was a perfect fit, and the record itself is dedicated to Gord's youngest son, Clemens. I just don't understand.
Again, another just coincidence, like it's out on the 16th, and the 17th is the 3rd anniversary. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, the 17th.
Is that just a total?
No, well, we wanted it to come out in the fall, and you know, around this time, there seems to be, you know, a lot of attention, you know, I just think really it was in the fall, and it seemed like an appropriate time. It seemed like a nice little gift for everybody, for our family, and for everybody. Well, you know, and I really do feel, you know, as much as it still hurts, or you know, we still feel the loss, that this was. This record is a celebration of Gord, and I guess to put it in a nutshell, it feels all right to finally celebrate Gord and his life, his music life, and I think in this way, especially given the timing right at the anniversary of his death, that it gives people permission to do the same. I just don't understand. Feelings Gord was having in those last couple of years, and you know, as a person that was primarily in charge of his health and well-being, you know, I hear stuff in there that you know, can make me feel a little like, oh boy, I wish, you know, if I could do it all over again, we wouldn't have, you know, we wouldn't have had so much downtime, or we could have done this, or you know, and there's a lot of things. Just I can hear some of the feelings he's having, and knowing his state of being at that time, you know, it was sometimes painful to have to sort of relive it, or just, you know, feel his side of it. And I think in terms of this record, and you know, I'm also really happy with that he was able to do this, and to I guess in a way, I hear an artist that really, where his life is reflected in his work, and his work is reflected in his life, and that for a guy who wrote a lot about, you know, the puzzles, the great puzzle of life, and all the, you know, putting all the pieces together, I can now hear an artist who is at his freest, most unshackled self, and that to me gives me a lot of peace, and I can hear that same peace in this music, and that makes me feel pretty good. Congratulations to me.